Okay. I mean, this is sweet. The camera looks awesome. I've been super happy. And I got some comments about the quality being better, like last night with the golf and then the gym before. So the camera is just a huge, huge W. Super happy about it still. Super thankful, let's say. Awesome Christmas gift. Anyway, we just parked at the Y. We've got quads and calves to do. And I don't want to say shit's against me, but not the odds, but shit is against me a little bit. So last night, I leave for Florida like super late tonight, or like early tomorrow morning. At like 3, I have to leave for the airport with my family. Well, with my parents. And then, so automatically, the sleep is going to be shit. Like, I've been going to bed at 3, and that's when I have to wake up. So right when I like want to go to sleep, which I'm not saying going to bed at 3 is a good thing. It is by far not, because then I sleep until noon. The sleep schedule's been fucked up with Christmas break. But anyway, last night, so the night before, I was with my friends in Columbus because one of my buddies from North Carolina was in town, and we all hung out, and I ended up staying at their apartment for a long time. I was planning on just driving back and sleeping in my own bed, but it got to like 1, 2 o'clock, and I ended up just passing out on the couch. I was so tired, which is not ideal sleep for a leg day the next morning, but that shit's just going to happen. I could have not went to the gym at all, and I didn't really want to do that. Took a rest day yesterday, which I've been trying to implement more of the rest days, because when I took the rest day before and then had it kind of scheduled in, my lifts were feeling freaking great. I was feeling super focused, locked in, body was feeling better. I felt like I was progressing even more. So I think the rest day is going to be good, but I didn't want to take 2 in a row. I'd rather just get a lift in, especially before I have to travel, so I don't have to worry about maybe not lifting for 3 days versus lifting today. But let's get in there. We're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna start with, some kind of squat. So I'll see you guys in there. So we landed on Smith Machine squats. They're feeling all right. I'm just warming up. Gonna warm up to a top set and maybe hit, usually I just do the top set and then I just jump to something else, just because it's so freaking exerting. Like it's already enough just to do one. So we're just still gonna warm up, keep ascending in weight. Still dealing with the hip injury just a little bit. So not trying to further any injury. Just finished warming up. Did an extensive warm up just because I'm still dealing with slight hip twinges, but it's feeling pretty good. I'm not trying to go overly heavy, but just worrying about depth and still worrying about intensity. I'm trying to make sure I'm really bracing before each rep. But let's fucking hit this. Okay. Okay. Done. All right, that's it. Oop. Whoops. As you guys saw, that squat set was bananas. So that's about all I'm gonna do. Gonna jump to leg press. 3-4 sets, I'm not sure yet. And then finish with leg extensions. That would be it. I did like a little drop set on the squats, but I didn't film it. Just like a plate and a 25. It was good. Okay. Oh. Whew. Oh. This is not an ideal 8 hours of sleep from last night. I can definitely kind of notice the grogginess. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. After a near-death experience, I mean, not even an understatement. We just took a little hiatus for, I don't know how long, but let's just say I had to go to the bathroom. But we're back now, and time to get back to mentally focused to hit these hard reps. Okay. All right, let's move on to something else. We're gonna finish out with leg extensions. And kind of my mantra with these is just, you don't need to go insanely heavy, but enough to where you can pump the shit out and it gets super hard. So we'll do, I don't know. Kind of going out of the 8 to 12 rep range, just doing as many as I can.
Okay, let's drop that down. That might have been a little bit too heavy. Oh, gosh. Okay. One more, and then let's do some calves. I mean, just doing this, you can just feel the whole tension throughout the whole quad. Feels super good. We'll do heavy again, drop it down, and then finish with some like sissy squats. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's it. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't even do these. Oh, all right, let's go on to calves. Okay, on to calves. Typically I'll do like 10 to 12 sets of calves, jumping from the seated one to the standing one. Maybe I'll do like, film one set of each, but I'm not gonna film all calves just because that'd get fucking boring. Let's start with the seated. All right. I just parked at home. We ended up doing 6 sets of calves on the seated, and then I jumped over to the standing and did about three more sets, and then I did one last set back to the sitting, and it was good. But let's talk about the lift. The squats were crazy. Just did one top set, and then I did a little drop set, jumped over to some leg extensions, or some leg press, and then finished with leg extensions, and then did calves. But here's a little lesson on how I was feeling personally. Last night, I slept on a freaking couch at my buddy's house after hanging out, staying up really late, sleeping not that good. But I woke up and I was like, fuck, I gotta hit legs today. And then in my head, I was, bitching and moaning a little bit, thinking, well, I could just, a rest day wouldn't hurt. And then I also ended up thinking, I thought of this like last year. I don't know if I heard it from somewhere or if I just thought of it in my head, but you never regret the workout, or no. The only workout that you regret is the one you don't do. So me going in, being tired, or maybe not sleeping the best, not eating a lot before I trained, I wasn't going to let that stop me from pushing it to the freaking limit. Like, I pushed it on the squats, I pushed it to the limit on the leg press, and then the leg extension was crazy. So even though I had all these little factors adding up to maybe
pull my lift down. That's just the shit you got to get over with discipline. Like, just because maybe I wasn't feeling super motivated, or I wasn't feeling like super peppy, happy to get into the gym and go hard, that's just what I'm going to do anyway, because that's the shit that's going to push you ahead. So I could have sat, took my rest day, you know, but that's just, I would have lost out on some gains that I could have made, even though I would have to kind of get past it. So just let that be a lesson for you guys. But now tonight, my flight leaves at like 6, and which means I got to wake up at like 3, which is not ideal. So I don't know what I'm going to do. If maybe it's going to be a rest day tomorrow, but I'll get into Florida at like 8:30 or something. So I'll have the whole day. Probably just chill, catch up on some sleep maybe, and then probably find somewhere to practice, somewhere to lift for the week. But super pumped to get outside, play with the camera a little bit, play some holes. Maybe we'll do like a 9-hole or full round of golf. Super excited to start playing. And that'll be a wrap. Just travel day tomorrow. By the time you guys see this video, I'll already be in Florida. So I will see you guys in the next one. And let that be a lesson. Even though if you're not feeling up to it, or you're feeling like crap, or you could find an excuse, your discipline should be pushing you that extra mile. So just think about it. And that's a wrap. I'll see you guys in the next one.